TV show Scout of the Past. In the previous episode,
What flew in here, Osvaldas?
An aviation bomb.
They probably saw this car junkyard, that's why they hit. We won't drop it from a drone, right?
Yes, we will.
The most dangerous moment. Now we need to attach the bombs. Artillery is firing nearby. Quickly get into the bunker. We have to load 80 anti-tank mines.
Scout of the Past.
Hello, you're watching the show Scout of the Past. I am Sharunas, greeting you from Ukraine. A very long time ago, around 2014, I was on the edge of the Chernobyl zone in Polesskoye. It's a town in the west of the Chernobyl zone. Now, the war in Ukraine is still ongoing, but I think we'll manage to get into the town of Polesskoye. We're driving on roads like this with the military. The bridge is blown up. A temporary road has been made next to the bridge we're trying to pass. There is a checkpoint near the bridge. Filming is not allowed because it could cause trouble, so I'll turn off the camera soon. And where is the tank?
A bit further. It'll be further on.
Okay, one of the former Chernobyl zone escort officers from before the war is driving with us. Vova, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Listen, Vova, what's the situation there now in the Chernobyl zone?
For now, it's stable, calm.
Stable, calm. Now I'll close the window. Ah, look. What's well? I mean, can you already walk around calmly in the zone?
No, you can't walk calmly in the zone now.
And why?
The territory is still a lot of unexploded ordnance left. A lot is mined. Plus, the bridges are blown up. Specifically in Teramensi, you can only get to the local village by crossing the water. Plus, the border guards made a small pontoon bridge there. There are two possibilities to enter Teramensi.
And look, how to get to western part, to Polesskoye. The town where we are driving now, is it kind of free there, possible?
Here Polesskoye now. The bridges are also blown up across the Uj River. Across the river there near Berezny, towards Belarus, all bridges are blown up now. So there is no passage here. Polesskoye is now like the extreme point. Extreme point, further on it goes towards Vilcha, there is no bridge.
Well, also meaning somewhere up to the border, to Belarusian border, right? And look, well, the town itself, how deep will we go into the town now? We'll drive into the center by car, right?
Into the town, yes. Mostly only on the asphalt in the center to enter. Further on there, the private sector is all mined. What the Rashists mined, then our guys have already placed mines there.
And look, these multi-story buildings, their houses, apartments, what's the situation?
It all collapsed there a long time ago. Secondly, it's also not a fact that there will be anything there. Maybe some tripwire will be standing. In some buildings there, they had ammunition depots. Those buildings are even blown up.
Well, Mini will see this, right?
Yes, we'll see it now.
Okay, understood. Let's drive then. For now, you see, I dressed up in military uniform. Here's a Kalashnikov in my hand. We're driving closer to the Belarusian border to take a look at how things are going there. I'm driving an SUV. Behind us, minibus follows. There are more people there. My dosimeter is left there. So we'll drive closer, take a look at the situation there. For now, the road is calm. Only, they said, we'll again pass former battle sites. We'll see tanks left somewhere, so I'll film and show. We're running pretty fast. The plan was also to try shooting at the newly received experimental armor plates, but the problem there isn't really a shooting range. We are in villages near the Chernobyl zone, and people here are quite frightened by the former occupation. We can't shoot because soon noise will start and everyone will become terribly afraid. So for now we only have A Kalashnikov rifle will have a sound suppressor, so we'll put the suppressor on the rifle and somehow test it with the 5.45 caliber. And we also have a 7.62 X54 machine gun. I really like to test the shot-through plates with the machine gun, but we don't have a suppressor, so for now we're thinking about what to do. Maybe we'll take the machine gun to the Chernobyl zone and try it there. We're still deciding here. We still have about half an hour's drive to the former Chernobyl zone control post in the western part. There's nothing there. We'll position ourselves in a safe perimeter where we should set up. This was the checkpoint of Polesskoye town of the police right here. Now the military is managing things here. Control post near the town of Polesskoye. The Ukrainian army is standing here right behind me. They were consulting, talking, said Recon Zamplin's drones are flying in from Belarus and will maybe try to shoot them down, but they said they just don't want to cause panic here. Okay, that's it. We're moving now. Is this the zone already?
Yes, Polesskoye.
Is this Polesskoye already?
Yeah,
This isn't the road that goes straight through to Belarus.
there it went that way.
Ah, this is that road. We'll bypass something from the other side, right?
We are driving straight into Polesskoye, and that's the bypass road.
These are already houses, right?
But I'm saying, if you take these villages, like the same Pripyat Polesskoye is very heavily looted. They took off all the roofs, took out the slate. I still remember when I was still going to school, they took slate from Polesskoye and sold it in our area.
Well, yes, it's visible here overall. Well, this is the edge of the zone. There's even a fence here. This part of the zone was annexed a bit later, wasn't it?
Yes, 1998, Polesskoye was designated as a contaminated territory and people were resettled then.
People lived here until 1998, even though it was dirty here, right?
This was the Polesskoye district, and now the district center for Polesskoye is Kraziatiki.
Well, this is after the accident. 13 years passed. People lived here. There's radiation here, right?
Yeah,
It was dirty here. Well, during the Soviet Union, it was supposedly all normal.
yes. Then they conducted rezoning, and these places like Polesskoye, there were many other settlements, part of Narodici, were made like a zone of mandatory resettlement, and then people were resettled.
But here it was voluntary resettlement, right? Whoever wants.
Initially, yes.
And then forced, right?
Yeah, you're right.
This is already the edge of the town.
Now I'll show the building where the KKAP's ammunition was.
You'll show it, right? Is there anything else left there?
Yes, boxes are lying around. Everything that was visible, they took it because you could get blown up by it. Under the rubble there, of course, there's still something. I don't know. Clearing the rubble here, I think.
Well, yes, there's radiation here. Who needs this anyway?
The radiation, you can clear it there. It might blow up there. There's grad rockets under rubble.
A grad rockets?
Ugh.
So they had graph stationed here, right?
Yes. 2 self-settlers lived here. One, Ivanovich, an old man who looked after the church. The KKAPs took him to Belarus.
So they took him hostage. How's that?
Yes. They took the other one too, but he somehow made a deal. They released him. He's now living in the village of Luoviki, not far from here.
There was a church here. You said they burned the church, right?
Well, such information was circulating from Pereslav sources that they burned it. Well, apparently they didn't reach it. I drove up to the church here. It's intact. It hasn't burned down.
Well, they vandalized it there, right?
Well, they smashed the windows there, smashed the doors there. Well, we are now driving to the center. Soon there will be the Alley of Memory of the Second World War.
Wow, what's there, a tree?
There, yes. This was a blocked road.
We'll drive through there, right, somehow?
Yes, yes.
Is this blocked? Did they do this intentionally?
Yes, yes, intentionally.
Did the KKAPs do this, right?
I think so, yes.
This is the monument to the heroes of the Second World War, right?
Destroyed.
It was in the city center, I remember, visible on the right.
There, by the way. Well, you can walk around, in principle.
The center of Polesskoye town. It's probably hard to tell from anything that this is the town center. There seems to be some kind of shop visible over there. We take the guns and travel on. The Doshmite Domas, take it. I have it placed on the panel here.
This case, right?
Yes, in the case.
Oh,
Wow, this was a Kakap's weapons storage and blown up. Is this a smoke grenade? Yes.
No, this is something, I don't know what it is. Here. It collapsed. There's definitely something else under it.
And here were grad rockets, right?
Yes, in these boxes.
coming up next.
We were told not to leave the asphalt. Underneath there are definitely unexploded Grady rockets, but nobody wants to go there. It is better not to touch anything. Wow, it's a huge mess.
Scout of the past.
And in this building were the Grad rocket warehouses, and they blew them up when retreating. Here are the boxes. But they say that underneath there are definitely unexploded Grad rockets.
Ракету.
Only nobody wants to go there. Listen, what did you say?
I'm saying that in these premises, it's not guaranteed that there won't be any tripwire or some kind of...
And you didn't check? You didn't enter the building? There's a box there. From what?
canned food, probably.
And look here too. What's this?
These are plugs.
These are plugs for what?
Plugs for some kind of, probably ammunition?
What's this thing? Look, there's something under this, right?
This is a shot, 42 mil. This is BK for AGS.
What is that?
This is an automatic grenade launcher, tank mount, AGS.
And look, what's this? Is this some kind of special stand?
No, it's just a box turned upside down. Don't touch it. Shall we try?
Maybe, no?
It shows the radiation detector is off.
Showing turned off screen. 0.23. Well, it's not too scary here for now. And what's over there? Oh, look, another one.
These are the same boxes from the AGS.
Automatic tank grenade launcher. This part hasn't been demined yet, so they said it's better not to step off the asphalt, not to go into the bushes. There are tripwires, those traps with explosives. And this area, only the very center of the town has been checked. They haven't gone further, so it's dangerous for now. And what's here?
It is one of these self-settlers car, Ivanovich. There was his Zaguli car. He took it and burned it.
Well, just for fun?
Probably.
Look, and where is the center, the very center of the town?
Center? It is here.
No, I mean there was a large square dam. I was somewhere here. The House of Culture was there. Did you find something? They said it's better not to touch anything with your hands.
No one touches anything with their hands?
I think these are spaces just laid out, the ones that were scattered on the road.
Maybe if you go straight through there, only the fire department can drive through there.
Damn, there was such a large House of Culture, old building there.
The road is blocked there.
Blocked. And can one drive through here?
Yes, we'll drive through.
Over there. Yes, it's here.
It's blocked there.
No, look, a road. We can drive in. I remember we entered from that side somehow. There should be another exit here.
Well, let's see.
Oh, look, a car is standing there.
This is the fire station.
Ah, these are firefighters.
No, these were probably border guards. Don't film here now, there would be problems.
Here's a Zhigili of that self-settler. Did the caps burn this, right, intentionally?
Unfortunately, yes.
Just for the sake of damn scumbags. And he lived here, right, somewhere?
Yes, his little house is a bit further there. We'll drive, we'll see.
Until the war, self-settlers, we call them Samasiols, lived here. One of them, the Kakaps, forcibly took him away. His house is now empty. They said it's checked, you can go inside freely. So I'll go inside and take a look. Samasiols are people who chose to live self-sufficiently in the Chernobyl zone. Yes, they made a bit of a mess here. It's unclear if they made it or left it, but everything here is quite heavily overturned.
The hat.
The cap? It's a Ukrainian border guard cap.
Okay.
They are grapes, right?
Ah, exactly. Look, and you can eat them.
Are they tasty?
Good.
Another little house. Shevchenko Street. The windows are broken. A Samasoyo lived here too. I'll go inside. The car numbers. Some souvenirs hung here. Okay, I'll go inside and take a look.
And if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, click subscribe, and be the first to see our latest journeys. And of course, don't forget to support Ukraine. In the next episode,
Alright, we came to the town center, Polesskoye, the very town center. A masterpiece of the Polesskoye region architecture. He has a large store and a residence letter, but your relatives' graves will not forgive betrayal. Strictly forbidden, there's a tank there. T-72, damn, everything around here is radioactive.
Scout of the Past.